Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for you guys today, we are going to be doing a review on the Lois Cosmetics Meet Me in Midnight palette, or Meet Me at Midnight palette. This has got 16 eyeshadows in there. There are 6 mattes, one matte with glitter, and then what would that be? 9 shimmers in this palette. This is what it looks like. So I bought this on its launch day, and the reason it took so long to get to me is because I also placed an order for the pre-order of the Meet Me at Midnight, or Meet Me in the Underworld palette. So if you guys want to see a review on that, don't forget to subscribe. But with that being said, please, let's get started. I don't know why I said please, but yeah, let's get started. Alright, so today we're going to be using the Meet Me at Midnight palette. This is going to be a first impressions video. This is by Lois Cosmetics, which is a UK based indie brand, and I bought this palette because Teresa Mulhern has hyped this up so bad along with Meet Me in the Underworld, so I decided to purchase this. It has 16 shades. I will say the only true mattes in this palette, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's only 6 true mattes in this palette. The rest are all shimmers, and then there is a matte with micro glitter in it right here, the black. But yeah, this is the palette we're gonna be playing with. This is what it looks like. It's kind of washed out like this, but you can kind of see it there. It is more like jewel tones, which is really pretty. But yeah, so this is the palette that we're going to be using today. I do have on eye primer already. It is the Give Me Glow eye primer. I think it's in like parchment or something like that. But yeah, so with that being said, let's do this. It wasn't even my intro. But the first color I'm going to go in with is Midnight, which is the black with micro glitter. It is the last color in the palette, and I'm going to be using a G1031 from Give Me Glow. And I'm just going to, I need to pin my hair back or something. She's not wanting to listen. I'm going to kind of pack that color on the outer corner, and then begin patting it up above the hood in my eye, like that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to have like a two-toned look. This brush is not very ideal for that, so let me get a different brush. Maybe. Let's try this one. This one is a BH number 10 brush. Yes, that worked much better. I will say that even though this matte shade has the glitter in it, it must just be for blendability, because there is no glitter in the matte. Like, once you apply it, it's gone. So there's that. I'm not gonna worry too much about blending anything just yet. I don't want to worry about it, if we're being quite honest. And then what I'm gonna do now is, this is a ColourPop E28 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Disturbed, which is like a dark purpley color. It's the first color on the last row, and I'm just going to basically do the exact same thing we did with the black, but start on the inner part of my eye and then drag it to meet the black. These don't lack for pigment. They are very pigmented. Like that. And then I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush. This one is from Shop Miss A. It's an E130. And I'm going to go into Mysterious, which is the second color on the third row. Right here, it's like a burgundy color. And I'm going to use that to blend out the black with. Just the black. Like that, except that's not a small enough brush. So let's try this one. And then we are aiming for like a rounded shape, but later we're going to clean it up to make it more angled. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side with let's just use this brush. With the blue, only I'm going to use the very first color in the palette, which is Phase. It is like a light blue. And I'm just going to use that to blend out the disturbed color. And take and then like that. I like how that looks. The dark blue is still pretty distinct. The black is definitely still there. Maybe it could use a little bit more like patting on after we blended it out, but it's not bad at all. Okay, so there's that. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my eye primer. This is the Give Me Go primer, and I was right, it is in the shade Parchment. And we're gonna take itty bitty baby, like a liner brush, and I'm gonna use that to cut my crease with. Okay, so the crease is cut now for what I want, and I should really go check on Barbie's. He's being way too quiet. Way too quiet. He's getting into mischief, but I want to finish at least this eye first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my AOA Studio E131 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade, which I'm going to do 2 of them. I'm going to use Witching Hour first, which is the 3rd color on the 3rd row. It is like a purple color right there. We're going to see how these do dry. But I'm going to put that on 1/2 of, holy shit. Do you see the pigment there? This is dry. Look at that. I will say it is more of like a satin sheen shimmer versus like a full-on metallic color, but it's pretty nonetheless. And then what else I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Tonight, which is the 3rd color on the top row. I'm just going to use the other side of that brush, and I'm going to put that on the inner part of my eye. Like that. And then I'm going to kind of reblend this side and then do this eye, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I went and I put on lashes and mascara. Please don't mind the fact that they are, as usual, poorly glued on. I think I'm gonna have to take lash glue with me to work in case they start falling off. But we're going to finish the look together. So for eyeliner, I'm gonna be using the shade Razzle Dazzle from Beauty Creations. It is like a purpley, pinky color. And I'm just gonna put this on my waterline and like kind of bring it down to my lower lash line as well. Like that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I hope so. Like that. And then I'm going to be taking the brush, the very small blending brush that we were using earlier. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to be taking the ColourPop E28 brush that we were using earlier. And I am going to be taking the Mysterious shade, so that color we used to blend out the black. I'm going to do that color. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line to smoke it out. Like that. Oh, I like that. I like how that looks. Let me try something really quick to get rid of the fallout. Alright, and then the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to take just my finger and I'm going to use Half Moon, which is the second color on the second row right here. I'm just going to take my middle finger and I'm going to use this as like my inner corner highlight, although it's not gonna give very much highlight, so we might go over it with our highlighter in a minute. Yeah, it's not highlighting as much as I would like. So anyway, for highlighter, we're gonna be using the Barbie Collection from ColourPop. And then we're going to use this as our inner corner highlight. So I'm going to do the same thing, just my inner, or my middle finger. Tap that there. Like that, and that's much better. And then I'm going to take my all-nighter spray one more time. Just to kind of make sure everything is locked into place. What is that mark? That's the lashes. And then what we're going to do for lips is, that is too dark for what I want. I want a pale nude color that is also too dark. How do I only have 2 dark colors in here? Oh, you know what? That one will work. That one will work. And then I'm going to take my Milani lip liner in the shade, I think this is Shoop. Yep. Shoop. Shoop. And I'm going to line my lips really quick. Okay, so there's the lip liner, and then this is Buxom in the shade Fly Girl. And I think overall it matches the look pretty well, but what I'm going to do to make it a little bit lighter is I'm going to take a dot of my concealer and just put it like that, and just blend it out. Like that. I like this look. I'm so pleased. All right, I'm so pleased with how the look turned out today. Overall thoughts on the palette. The mattes in this palette are amazing. They are absolutely stupendous. I love them. The color story is top notch. I also love it. It's kind of like grungy jewel tones, and I love that. The part that is a little bit annoying is the fact that the shimmers are not really like metallic in nature, which is what I like. They're more like satin shimmers. So they show up, they're very nice, but you're not going to get like a high sparkle effect. So if you wanted a high sparkle effect, probably I would skip this palette, especially since it is mostly those shimmer shades. But other than that, this is an absolutely beautiful palette. I love it, and I would highly recommend it if you like the color story and you don't mind the shimmers, because you can always go in with like a highlighter on top or something to make it a little bit more sparkly, darling, sparkly. But anyway, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I would very much greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, I will see you all in my next one. Bye.